you guys miss me? What a week. What a week we've had. What a week to go on vacation. It's like I can't even have a vacation. Just so much stuff going on. And I've been getting messages, obviously I should have just shut my phone off. That's what I should have did. I should just shut my phone off during my vacation because it seems like there was so much going on and I wasn't here for it. And man, I need to talk about a lot of things tonight. So please stick with me tonight. We've got a lot to talk about. That's why I'm on right now. I am sorry that I'm a little bit late because I was away. Of course, I turned my computer on and it's like trying to update everything. That's the problem. It started to update all the things. So of course I had to sit and wait for it, which kind of sucked. And I apologize for that, but I am here. Go tell your friends to get their butts into this chat. We're going to be hanging out all night long. I do have a lot of things to discuss tonight. Guys, I will try my best to get to the chat. If you guys throw super chats up, I will get to those first. I may not get to everybody tonight. Just a heads up on that because of all the stuff I got here, number one, to talk about. And I'm even going to give you guys a bonus because it's a Saturday night. I've got a little bit of time. I haven't been live with you guys for like a week. So here's what we're going to do. If we can get 100 or more likes before this stream is over, before I get through all these topics, then I will stick around here and I will showcase my WWF magazine collection. So if you hate wrestling, then maybe that's not going to be for you, but still hit the like button. You can just leave when I get to that because that will be the last thing we talk about tonight. And if you love wrestling, you love nostalgia, like, holy shit, I would love to see some old WWF magazines. I will do that now. I have a lot, so I might have to be here quite a bit, but that's going to be the goal if we hit 100 likes. Now, guys, I need someone to tally. I cannot see that from my end. Don't lie to me, though. Don't lie. And yeah, that's going to be the goal tonight. 100 likes, then I'll do WWF magazine stuff and talk memories and stuff like that if you guys are interested in that. But, before I get started, let's say what's up to some of the early birds here in the chat. So the ones that have been here at the beginning, I'll say hi to you guys first. Then I'll kind of dive into what I've got here tonight. And then we'll get into a lot of news and stuff like that. So got a lot tonight. This is going to be like a multi-focus stream. And of course, I'm going to try to answer some of your questions. Like I said, if you guys pop in, super chats are open. I will get to those first if I see them come through. The Ring is here. What's up, man? He's been a rough week in celebrity news. Need a rat. Dude, I'm happy that you said that. You could use me to make this week better. That means a lot to me. I agree, man. It's been a freaking crazy week. And I will get into that in a little bit on all this because I have a lot to say here. Dino, what's up, brother? It's a new I did have to shave a little bit today. A little bit. Yeah, I was up in the mountains, man, in New Hampshire for a couple days. So, phone was a little bit spotty. I was trying to do some like reels. I was trying to do some Instagram posts. People will message me a lot when I was away. So I was trying to kind of get to people as I was there. It's just so much was going down. Then I got the news about Hogan and it was like a whole thing. So yeah, just a bad week. William, what's up, man? How are you? I've been watching WWE all week to remember the ones I've currently passed. 100%. It's actually pretty crazy to think about it. When you sit back and you watch some of those old shows and you're like, oh my God, like 3/4 of these people are gone. It's nuts to me. Sean Fisher, man. What's up, dude? You stay rad, man. You stay rad. What up, Jim? How are you? Yo, 304 Horror in the house. What's up, man? Adrian James here. Gus! Good to see you here, my brother. How are you? Prince Tomato. What is up? Thanks for being here. B Maga in the house. Loving the Lost Boys picture there, B. Punisher Batman fan, what's up? Sit the Brick, what's going on? Tony Hara, hey, Radman, how they hanging? A little to the left, but we are good tonight. Simon, did I see Eddington yet? I have not. Dynamite Tiger, been tough lately, but we know the Hulkster would want us to all be strong. Yeah, man, 100%. We'll get into it. I love when 304 says that, dude. I love it. So keep it up. He says, popcorn check, drink check, the like button check, and he is ready. So, guys, again, hit that like button if you want to hang out here for a longer stream tonight and go over some old school wrestling magazines. Sean Fisher asked about some Hogan matches. I can probably throw some in a little bit. There you go. William hopes to hit 100 subs soon. William's got a YouTube channel. Go check it out. He's throwing some old school classics. Old school classics. I remember that, actually. I do remember that. Alan, what's up, man? Actually, Alan, man, I'm sending your thing out. Look, I got it right here. I'm sending your thing out on Monday. Like I said, I was away, so I kind of got things a little behind on things, but Monday I'm gonna send that out for you. All right, you guys are talking Hogan matches. Okay. All right. I will just skip a couple. I didn't put the wrong date. Oh man. Prince is here. All aboard, brother. Okay. Let's talk. Let's talk a little bit. Killing Time, what's going on, man? What's going on, man? Jason, what's up, brother? Man, I went to that oh my god, what do you call it? Not an open house. Jesus. I went to that estate sale today. I didn't get anything though, man. Everything was gone, man. But yeah, I wish I would have went yesterday. I just wasn't home. Will there be slipcover talk in the stream? It depends. Bro, tell me about it, Jackson. I can't go anywhere. What's up, Hoss? All right. Let's chat it. Now, what the hell? B-Maga, are you out of your mind? B-Maga coming through with a $50 super chat? Dude, are you kidding me right now? Rough week, dude. Treat yourself some arrow. Goodness. You know, I haven't bought anything yet. Like, I'm actually going to hopefully check out the Severin sale with you guys tonight because I haven't done it. As you notice, I was replaced on the Dead Pit show the other night because I forgot I was going away when, like, they reminded me. They're like, oh, Severin's this week. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be here. So I was replaced on that show. So I haven't even had a chance to look at the Severin sale yet. I got home late last night. I was busy all day today. Like I said, I went to some estate sale where somebody had horror stuff. The things I wanted were gone, unfortunately. I missed them. And then we had like a big function here today. So I really haven't had a second to do much. So I haven't looked at Severin. I know the Arrow stuff, but I mean, we can talk about it for sure. But B-Maga, man, whew, my dude, thank you so much. I will definitely treat myself to some Arrow video stuff, and we'll go through that today. So let's oh my god, Mike coming through. What's up, man? We're going to show the Elm Street 4. Dude, I don't know when they're going to show it. They need to show it like now. For some reason, I almost thought they were going to do it at Comicon or something. Nah, I haven't seen anything yet. Icon versus Icon. Jason, glad you. Thanks, man. Tried to. But dude, thanks for being here. Go check out Icon versus Icon. This guy Jay, me and him have been buddies for a long ass time. It's actually pretty nuts how we kind of became friends. It's really weird, man. Like, this was pre me doing YouTube. This is pre Born2beRad. Like, I was just a kid, like, not a kid, Jesus. I'm just a kid. I was a dude, okay, who was just going to conventions all the time. I was traveling down to Jersey with some buddies, and I kept seeing Jay there. Like, I kept seeing a group of guys there all the time. Now, maybe your story is different than mine, Jason, like how we actually met, but like we connected through somebody, and we kind of hung out at Chiller Convention in Jersey one day. And then like we all became Facebook buddies, and we had like a group chat. Dude, the group chat that I'm on with these guys, we meet up like once or twice a year and do a convention together. And we're all from the East Coast. Like, he's in Maryland. Like, it's wild to think like how long we've been friends for now. And like we've literally had a group chat with like five guys of these people that meet every year and to go to these conventions maybe twice a year. And it's just insane to think like how long we've remained friends for, and we just literally met like at a convention. So so I met you through Tom. So I met Tom, aka Shit Movie Fest, the dude who never wants to come on this channel. Yeah, my buddy Tom. So we met through him. Okay. But yeah, it's just wild. Like, dude, how long have we had that group chat for now? Probably 10 years now, maybe. But it's wild. It's wild, man. But before I get it started, you guys kind of cornered me and it took me off guard. I'm sorry if I missed like a bunch of hellos. But feel free to come back around and say it again. But I'm gonna hit because of the super chats, guys. I gotta do something here. What am I gonna do? I gotta do Haim. All right. Okay. Back to the comments. All right. So here's the deal first. Let's do this first. Okay. Let's do unboxings. I got a couple things that I got sent from people. Let's do that first. This one I already opened, so I can't open it again, but I'm gonna showcase it because it's awesome. And Jason, Icon vs. Icon, who's in here, he'll actually kind of like this because we talk about this actor all the time because of a convention experience. And Miss Mel from My Killer Podcast, I'm not sure if she's in here hiding somewhere, but she did send me a VHS tape of Zapped, which is a kick-ass teen comedy with Scott Baio, and Willie Ames from Charles in Charge together in Zapped. What year was this? This is wait a minute. This is 70s? Get out. Is it? No. No, it's 88. 7. What the hell? What year is this? It can't be 70s. No, is it? Wait a minute. There's no way. No, 82. All right, 82. I was gonna say on this VHS it says 70s. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. But yeah, she sent me Zapped. I'm a big fan of Zapped. Big fan of Zapped. It was 82, which is still pretty early for those teen comedies at the time. Very fun movie for sure. I highly recommend Zapped, and you're gonna hear me talk about this movie more. I've actually got a collaboration coming up with Daniel at Cobweb's channel, and we're gonna kind of change it up. We're gonna do some teen comedies from the 80s, so you're gonna definitely see Zapped on that list for sure, no doubt. Oh, what is this now? I get another something coming through. What is this? Killing Time, new member of the channel. Thanks, man. So again, with the memberships, you're going to get some early stuff. You're going to get some exclusive stuff. Like I said, I'm still even talking the possibilities of doing some fitness stuff on there. I know you might not care about that, but it is maybe going to be an option. But as of right now, you're going to get the full video version of the Anchor Bay Archives podcast. What else did I throw up there recently? Something else. Oh, you'll get some Radpack podcast after hours shows. But thanks, man. It's an easy way to support the channel. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you being here. The bad brain himself, Killing Time 78 in the house. Let me see. You guys are saying, speaking of people Zapped is great. All right. Super setting would be a thing. Yes, for sure. But yeah, so that's the first thing. So again, it was already open. So Mel, thank you for Zapped because I'm a big fan of this. All right, now this next one. Hold on, just gotta get my little knife here. Little handy dandy knife here. I don't want to show the address. Now this is one from Ryan Ashley. If Ryan is in the house right now, he had messaged me on Instagram and said, "Hey man, I got 2 of these. Do you want one?" And I'm like, I guess. And it was a Severin title. So speaking of Severin, and I have no clue what this movie is. I have no clue. Have I ever watched a Western? Yes, I have. It's not my, my go-to, but of course, I mean, I've watched Westerns before, Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I mean, I love Tombstone. It's not, I love, even like little ones, like even I thought Hateful Eight. I mean, I don't know if people are saying, oh, it's a Western. I loved it. A Magnificent Seven. I have that. Like, so yeah, I mean, Young Guns. I mean, how can I forget about that? Tombstone, like I said. It's not like my forte, but there are some out there that I do dig. But I haven't. It's not a genre that I dig too heavy into. But yeah, I've seen them, sure. My grandmother used to really like Westerns, so that's how I started to learn about some of that stuff, some of the older stuff. So he sent me a Severin title. Now, guys, you're going to be able to help me out here. I don't know. I know nothing about this. I know nothing. Django, dude. Love Django. Okay, so Ryan, if you're in here, and I'll know your name if it pops up. I know a movie called The Pickup. Like I know an 80s like or 70s kind of like teen exploitation comedy type thing. I have on DVD as part of a set. I don't think this is it. Does anybody know about this movie, The Pickup? Anybody? Now he asked me if I wanted this, and I was like, "Well, I guess if you're going to send it, I might as well take it." But I know nothing about this movie at all. But he said it's an exploitation movie. But I don't think it's The Pickup that I have. But it's also got an out of print documentary on here. This looks like it's black and white, so this doesn't look familiar to me. Let me see. Director Lee Frost and producer Wes Bishop were Los Angeles exploitation team supreme. The worldwide Blu-ray premiere plus web store exclusive bonus disc. Disc 1, The Pickup. So I don't know if this is the one I own. It doesn't look familiar on the back. Does anybody in here have this? Anybody know anything about The Pickup? Maybe it is the one I'm thinking of, but it looks black and white on the back, and I really don't think The Pickup that I know is black and white. But this is from 1969. So I don't know, but I'll check it. I mean, I do like some of these old exploitation movies. I'll definitely check it out. So Ryan, thank you for checking it out, for sending me this. I appreciate that. I appreciate you thinking of me. I have not said what I have in the background, but it's wrestling actually. And I got one more. Now, if you guys watched my last show, so Rob Zillow likes it. Okay, all right, interesting. Yeah, that's what I have. I think it's part of a big set. That's the same one, right? Is that the same movie? Because if it is, I know it, but I just didn't remember it being black and white. I love those sets, those drive-in sets that have all those different movies. A lot of those have been picked up now, but there's probably some on there. Like one of the ones that's on one of the ones I have that I love is called Hunk. I love that movie. I don't know why that thing hasn't got touched by anybody, but it's called Hunk. It's a cool ass movie. But I do like a lot of those old exploitation movies, like The Teacher and all that other stuff. So if you guys watched my last live show when I did an unboxing, I did a couple subscriber unboxings of that last show. I got a couple more in. As you can see, this is the last one I have, but this one's from Staunch TV. Now, Staunch is a buddy of mine. We have very similar interests. He sent me that damn, I don't know if it's over here. He sent me the Alyssa Milano workout tape from the 80s called Teen Steam. He sent that to me. And I watched it. It's short. It's only about 20 minutes long, but it's wild. I mean, it really is wild. Like I had a huge crush on Alyssa Milano, like pretty much as a kid from Who's the Boss, and then as a teenager with things like Embrace the Vampire and Poison Ivy 2. I mean, those were big ones for me. And then she was on Charmed, and I watched it for a bit. And I always was a big fan of Alyssa Milano. So when I saw that VHS come through, I was like, holy shit, like I don't have this. I've never seen this. Let's check it out. It's interesting because back in the day, like the thing was that like people would have workout tapes. Like I have the Dolph Lundgren workout video, people did that stuff. It was a sell. It was a big seller. Now the workouts on it are usually garbage, but I think it's just the idea of the person that's doing it working out. And even like Marky Mark had one at the time. Well, Alyssa Milano has one. It's basically like she's doing yoga. But I'm curious. I didn't look it up how old she was when that happened. Because it's one of those things where you're like, man, was this done for like teenage girls to like get something out of this? And there's like a part where she sings and stuff. She has like a song in it. Or is this like was this just like a Hollywood creeper heaven doing this? Because it's like she looks like she maybe was like 18, maybe doing this like yoga poses and like skimpy clothes. She seemed young. Oh yeah, she was in Double Dragon. Hell yeah. So it is interesting to see. I was like, I don't know. It's like weird to watch. It's like a part of me, it's like it's a sign of the times. Like that's kind of what it felt like. Like it's just that's what they did in the 80s. But at the same time, you're like, or was it just producers and shit being super creepy? It's hard to tell. I have seen Miss 45, and that's one of the ones from Arrow I'm most excited for. It definitely needed a new edition. But let me get Staunch. Staunch came back with something else. So it's a poster, okay? Which I love posters. So when I think of Staunch, and I said this before, we have a very similar. He runs a podcast called The Two Corys Forever. So if you guys want to check out his podcast, here's the plug for it. Two Corys Forever is his podcast, and he's a huge Corey Haim, Corey Feldman fan, as am I. So, Motionless Zombie, you're out of control. Oh my god. You know what, Wayne? When I was watching it, I did feel like the door was going to get bashed down when I was watching it. But yeah, I'm curious if anybody can find out how old was Alyssa Milano when she recorded Teen Steam on VHS. I don't know how old she would have been at that point. So I am going to pick up Spawn. Yes, that's probably what I'm going to use that $50 for. So, Staunch and I have a big love for 80s, 90s, like all the like teen. I was a huge Corey's guy, Alyssa Milano, Kirk Cameron. Like I was into all that shit, and he's like loves that stuff too. So we're at 69 likes, guys, and we're only 24 minutes in. Love it. There's over 100 people in here right now. Hit that like button, and you're going to get me on here for a long time tonight to go through some old WWF magazines if we get to over 100 likes. Oh, so you got what is this? Oh, I got a little pin. Is this Staunch on the pin? Wow, what a salesman, the market. What year? She was 16 in Teen Steam. Wow. That is wild. That is wild. Wild. Came out in 88. She was born in 72. Yeah. 16. Look at this. This Staunch gang. Look at this. It's like a sick. It's hard to see, but this thing's like, it's like almost like a 3D. That's crazy. Like the stuff that they had those damn kids doing back then is freaking wild. It's wild. There's another VHS that I want of Haim when he was probably like 16. It's called Me, Myself, and I. Guys, if anybody has that laying around, I want that. I'll pay you for the damn thing. I want it. It's a very hard Corey Haim item to get, and I don't have it. And it was a VHS tape where basically it was not a workout tape, but it was kind of like him, playing music, doing like photo shoots, and basically was like telling everybody, hey, I'm clean now and I'm going to make a comeback and, I'm here. And he's doing like motivational speeches and stuff. You can watch it free on YouTube. I know this. I've seen it a bunch of times. It shows him playing hockey, playing baseball. Really athletic kid he was. But I would love the actual physical media. You know what, Jackson? You're right, actually. It is. The thing is with that back then, I think it's like when you look at even like Nickelodeon, that documentary and Kids of the 90s, it was all the same shit. Like they were being some of these producers and shit were being a little bit weird, right? Seems that way. But with things like TikTok and all that stuff now, you're right, Jackson. Like kids are doing crazy shit nowadays outside of Hollywood, right? Like how easy access is it for anybody to watch a 16-year-old on TikTok? It's very easy to do. So I guess you're right. It's different, right? Like it was almost like before you had all these adults pulling the strings to make these kind of things happen. Now it's like a free for all out there. So I guess in a grand scheme of things, it's always been weird, right? It's still weird. But it is wild, but it is a sign of the times. And it is one of those things that, it's like I said, I do want that Corey Haim VHS. If anybody can get that for me. Oh, so Haim was 19 in that VHS. Okay. And he used to date Alyssa Milano too, probably around that time. What's up, Dead Pit? Is it hypocritical? Nah. Everybody's invited, man. Everybody can hang out with me. And what's funny, B MAGA, is Haim was dating both of them, Milano and Eggert. All right, you guys talking. Okay, talk amongst yourselves. Let's see what's in this post. Oh no. Hold on. I don't want to ruin the poster. All right, what do we got here? It's definitely a one sheet. Oh, what has got more stuff coming out of here? Okay, it's definitely a legit one sheet rolled. So that's a good thing. One sheet rolled means this is an original rolled. You can smell it. It's an original rolled one sheet. What could this be right now? Let me see. I know what it is. Sick. It's not a Team Steam post. Oh my god. All right. Check it, dude. Only the Haim lovers are going to appreciate this. We got a one sheet rolled of Fast Getaway, baby. Oh, baby. Sick. Dude, this rocks, man. Staunchy. Thank you so much, dude. Where'd you get an extra one of these? There's no way you gave me your one and only. A rolled one? All you need is a Fast Getaway. Sick. I love this, man. Love this. The high tops look sick. All right. Staunch, man. If you are in here, you're checking this out. Thank you so much for this. I am stoked to have this. You know what's funny is I have so many one sheets. I don't have this one. I do now. But I need to, I have a couple other ones that I swear would be 27 by 40, but the 27 by 41, I have Roller Boys. I have, what else do I have? I have Dream a Little Dream. I have License to Drive, Blown Away. I have a bunch. Maybe I have even Dream Machine. I'm not sure. But I feel like all the posters that I have, I know some of them, if they're in the 80s, they're usually 27 by 41. But Roller Boys is an 80s, right? That was 90, I think. I don't know. It was 27 by 41. So I was kind of pissed because It's hard to get the frames. Yes, goblins. That's the problem. Like that 1 inch. I try not to like get too many 27 by 41s. Like I have a lot because I have a lot of one sheets, but I only have three poster frames that fit because they're so expensive. I may just get 4 more and then just have them as extras. So then if you remember, I post pictures on my Instagram all the time of like my back wall where I used to do the show. You'd see it behind me. Those 4 posters. I switch those out all the time with like 27 by 41 sheets. So a lot of the stuff you see on there are mostly 90s movies because that's when they changed the size. So if I can get 4 of the 27 by 41s, then I could get a lot more stuff back there. Let me see. Yeah, it's tough. Like it's hard to get Haim stuff now, especially upgraded. Like I'm looking right here. I have all the DVDs pretty much. I have some on VHS, not all. Do not fold it a half inch on the top and bottom. Do not do that. Don't do that. It's hard, man. My storage on the posters actually sucks, and I need a better way. Like my 24 by 36 like art prints. I have them on like a almost like an art file, and I slide it under my couch. I need another one for like 27 by 40s and 27 by 41s because then I can put it under the other part of the couch. Because as of right now, things are just in tubes, and it freaking takes up so much space in my storage room. It sucks actually. And I used to rotate stuff a lot. I try not to do it too much now because the frames start to get worn, like the pieces to like get them in and out. So I try. Oh yeah, I do have a. Yeah, you can get Firstborn. That's the other one sheet I have that doesn't fit. Yeah, I have one of those snap frames. I actually think they're really good. You know what I've learned though? Like I've been having a lot of problems with frames. Like all the different kinds. Like you get the Walmart ones, they're cheap, but like sometimes the glue comes off and they're like sticking and shit to your stuff. And like I've had stuff rip. It's been a pain in the ass. The snap frames work good, but you're trying to get them on the wall and you go to snap it. And like if it's not in the exact right spot, it could like bend it. And then I was buying some from Michaels, which were working really well. But then I just bought one from Michaels the other day, and like the backing is so hard. Like it's a higher quality frame from Walmart, but the back, instead of being like cardboard, is like a harder material, almost like a particle board type material. But it's so hard that like it doesn't fit snug. So sometimes you've got to try to like push it in. And I had a poster get caught and rip when I was trying to push the thing, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So frames are tough, man. Like I've kind of figured that I've been doing okay with them, but I don't know if it's just they're making them less durable now or what they're doing, but I've had a lot of issues with frames over the last like year. Like I said, between the glue coming off on Walmart ones and then getting the nicer ones from Michaels, like the backing. So it's almost like at a point where I need to buy both frames and like use the backing from Walmart and the fronts with the glue from Michaels. It's freaking crazy. That's basically what I think like the winning answer is. But then that's like you got to buy double the. It's always something, guys. Always something. I wish I know crazy extended friends when I was young. I'd be trained. Yeah, man, for sure. I did a whole video, MAGA, about my dream box set, and it was a Corey Haim box set, and I do think it would sell like hotcakes. Yeah, that's the ones I have. I have one for my 24 by 36, which it's full. I need another one. I've got one for an 11 by 17, and I've got one for 24 by 36. I do need, dude, seriously, exactly, man. You know how, and you know how stressful is that when you have an art print that's worth hundreds of dollars that's limited to like less than 100, and you're taking it out of frame and it gets a slight tear in it. Like that devalues the thing like 75%. It sucks. And I've had that happen multiple times, and it's heartbreaking. I don't know what else to do. Like, I haven't found a good answer yet. It hasn't happened all the time. I feel like it's happened more recently. Like the frames are getting made a lot more cheap now. Yeah, actually, to be honest, Jason's one of the ones that got me into the art prints and whatnot. I would love to have a flat file. I just have nowhere to put it. What? What? Simon says he used to work for Terry Semmel. He ran Warner Bros. 24 years. He gave me a beautiful 35 millimeter original print of The Lost Boys. What? Bro, that's like my favorite movie, man. Wild. I've had that happen too, Jason. Yes. I mean, the price is good at Walmart. That's the only thing. And like, I've been using Walmart frames for those Walmart 27 by 40s since 2009. And I've had a couple issues with them here and there, but like, more or less, they've been pretty good. And the Michaels ones that I buy are nicer, right? They're a lot more heavy duty. The glue doesn't come off and stuff, but like the backing, it's hard to even like, once you take the backing off and you try to put it in, it's hard to get it in and clip it in. It's really hard. What? Who are you? Simon. Oh, we got to talk, brother. All right. We've got over 100 people still in here. I'm done with the unboxing, so let's move on now. Let's start the first order of business. This week sucked, man. This week sucked. It had deaths, a lot of deaths this week, guys. First one, Theo Huxtable. Huge for me in the 80s. I was a big Cosby's kid. The Cosby Show was running through my household all the time. I mean, he was an icon of the 80s, teen actor. Very, very sad what happened to him. Drowning is probably one of the worst ways to go, in my opinion. It's a huge fear of mine, actually. I actually did almost drown at 15 years old in California once. That's a whole nother story, but it's scary, man. It's a huge fear of mine. So rest in peace to him. And then a day or two later, Ozzy passed. It's so crazy because you literally just saw him performing his last show like less than 10 days ago. And when you heard that news, I was like, what? Like, how do you go and perform and then you're gone like that? And if you guys want to watch a real good video on Ozzy, you got to go to Sean Clark's channel. He did a great video on Ozzy because he knew him. He was managing him when it came to the convention scene. And he tells the story about how that all came about. He tells his story about his relationship with Ozzy. It wasn't a long relationship. They've only known each other for a short period of time. But some of the stories, he tells in that video was memories he's going to have for a lifetime. And, Ozzy, he's one of the greatest, one of the GOATs. My experience with Ozzy was, it started with my uncle. He got me into heavy metal, hair metal, 80s metal. So obviously when I was a kid, I remember those like Columbia House and stuff. I had purchased the Black Sabbath album with Iron Man on it. And that was the first time I'd ever kind of heard it. And then obviously at that point as a kid, like Ozzy was already kind of doing his thing. So then I started to get into him. My uncle was showing me a lot of his stuff and I really got into Ozzy. And then fast forward to like the late 90s and I was a teenager and I was listening. I think like Osmosis came out around that time. And, I was listening to things like Tool and Nine Inch Nails and a lot of those bands around that time. And then, of course, I get introduced to Ozfest, which I may have gone to the first one. I don't remember what year it started. If it started in the late 90s, I definitely was there for the first one. Because that was a thing that I feel like I did for 10 years straight. It could have been less, but it was a tradition every single year. My buddies and we would go to Ozfest. That was a staple in the summer. Ozfest every year. And it was not only to see Ozzy, but it was to see all these other bands that we loved that popped through and then find new bands that we wanted to love. We saw a lot of people at Ozfest to a point where it's like, I don't even know if I'm even accurate. Like, I'm like, oh, I saw Nine Inch Nails at Ozfest. Did I? Or was it something else? Because it was always in the same venue, right? I saw Marilyn Manson at Ozfest. Did I? I think. Like, I felt like I saw everybody come through. First Ozfest was 96. I could have been there, man. Like, I mean, that does seem a little, I might have been a little young in 96, so maybe not. I think the first year I went, Marilyn Manson was there. I could be wrong though. So it would have to have been when he was already kind of out there. People like Seven Dust. I remember seeing Tool at one of them. Like, so Nine Inch Nails never played Ozfest, so I could be wrong. I saw Nine Inch Nails once. Maybe it wasn't at Ozfest. Maybe it was another show. Maybe they headlined a show at this arena. I mean, I used to go to this place all the time. And then once Ozfest was gone, then Warped Tour started to come in, and that became our ritual. Okay, no more Ozfest. We do Warped Tour every year. Boom, boom, boom. Every summer. For years, it felt like 10 to 15 years we were doing this. Let's see what you guys are saying. So anyway, yeah. So it was just a lot. Like, I feel like it was a lot of Ozzy every summer. Ozzy. Because, and it almost got to a point where, like, when Ozzy came on, we were like, should we leave? Because it was so late. And we were there like all day. And we're like, dude, we've seen Ozzy like 1,000 times already. And I can remember us even contemplating. We even maybe did leave at one point once. Because we were just like, okay, we've been here, done that. I think it was starting to rain or something. We were like, all right, let's leave. I feel like we see Ozzy every single time, because he was always there. He was always headlining. But yeah, it was just a tradition for me and my friends. It was Ozfest. And, then after that, the Osbournes came out, and I was a huge fan of that show. And again, I wasn't the biggest, like, I wasn't hardcore Ozzy all the time. He was there. I appreciated him. I loved him. But, there's a lot more people out there that were probably bigger Ozzy fans than I was. It was at Great Woods, Jason. Yes, that's where it was. So Ozfest, what's up, Mike? He said Ozfest started because Ozzy didn't want to do Lollapalooza. Okay. I loved Ozfest. I freaking do. And to be honest, and I think I probably saw Mudvayne. But I would love to see Ozfest come back as like a tribute show for Ozzy. Because I don't think they do enough festivals anymore. Like, I don't even think like Warped Tour doesn't exist, at least around me. Maybe it's just somewhere else, but I don't see it anymore. But I would absolutely love if they brought back Ozfest and more of like a tribute show every year for Ozzy. That would be pretty sick. At least, maybe it'd be a good trial run. See how that kind of went. But yeah, he was a goat, man. And, when you listen to his stuff and, listen to more of it now, he had so many albums and you're like, holy shit, like, I forgot about this one. This is a great one, Well, as soon as you kind of tried to like feel better from Ozzy, I was definitely at that one, Mike, probably, because I remember seeing Drowning Pool, Snot, Kill Switch, Mudvayne. I remember all that. So as soon as you started to kind of like, all right, Ozzy's gone, like, it sucks. Like, as soon as you start to feel better, we got hit with other news. And what's crazy, and I think Jason, I might have even said it in his chat, because I'm in a group chat with Jay. After Ozzy, I said, man, like, I said this in a couple group chats I was in. I was like, listen, like, you guys know this shit comes in threes. I'm like, I am going to shit if Hogan's next. And I just said it because I had heard he was kind of sick, but like, it wasn't confirmed. Like, people were kinda talking about it, and I was just in my head, I was like, "Man, like, what's going on with him?" Like, everybody was very hush hush. And I said, "Man, if this comes in threes," I said, "if it's Hogan, I don't know what I'm gonna do." And sure enough, like 2 days later, somebody sent me something, Hogan passed. I was like, "There's no fucking way." Like, I didn't just, and I said it to Christian, actually. I said, "If I said, I bet Hogan's next." And he goes, "Dude, don't say that." Like, he's like, "I don't think I can handle that." And then I remember texting Christian 2 days later and saying like, "Dude, Hogan's gone." He's like, "Don't fucking lie to me. It's like, it's gonna be fake." And I'm like, "I don't think it's fake, man." And it's just crazy. Now, Hogan is interesting, right? Because there's so many sides of this Hogan fence. I I I would never, if I did not like somebody for whatever reason, I would never ever post something negative about somebody who passes. I wouldn't. There would be no way. I would just ignore it and move on. I wouldn't even acknowledge it. If I didn't like somebody and they passed and I didn't give a shit, I would just ignore it and move on with my day. But to see people that weren't a Hogan fan for things that he's done and to post about it and some of the gross shit that you see people posting about this, dude, this guy had a family. I mean, this guy, sure, I understand there was things in his real life that he did that probably was not right. But guess what? Everybody's life, things have been done that aren't right. Everybody. Everybody who posts F Hogan, this. There's no way that everybody out there. I don't see these angels on a daily basis. I just don't. I do not see these people. All these angels that can throw stones because they've supposedly never did anything wrong in their life. So I get it. Do I look past it? I'm not going to say that, but I'm talking about the guy, the wrestler, the person that inspired so many people, the person that put smiles on people's faces. If I go and I have that much inspiration on people in my life and put that much smiles on strangers' faces throughout my life, I think I did okay. Um, so it's a it's a it's a tough one, right? I get it. People can't forgive certain things. They can't look past certain things. A lot of these people probably weren't even wrestling fans either. So that makes a huge difference. But how important Hogan was, and I'm going to even say this, guys, like 100%, like, listen, I wasn't even the biggest Hogan fan growing up. I liked him. I liked him. I was a Warrior guy as a kid. Ultimate Warrior was my guy as a kid. My next door neighbor, Zach, was a huge Hogan guy. Huge. I liked Hogan. I mean, he was the biggest thing in wrestling. Hogan is what got me into wrestling. So much so that I wanted to become a wrestler. I did become a wrestler. Didn't make it to professionals. I just did the indies for a year and a half. But if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, I would have never got introduced to wrestling. I can remember my uncle was getting me into wrestling because Hulk Hogan was making it mainstream. And the first thing, this had to have been one of the first things that I ever got when it came to wrestling, is this thing. Now, this is the same toy that I bought at the store in, had to have been what, 84? 84 was that LJN? So this toy I bought in 1984, maybe 85 when I got into wrestling. I mean, look at this, guys. This is the toy I had growing up. I mean, I think I can see my dog's teeth marks in the thing. Hold on. I can. You can't even see it here, but like inside his foot right here was my dog at the time, a puppy, used to bite his foot. Um, Glorified dog toys, right? They used to say. Um, But I mean, this was the first wrestling related item that I had ever bought growing up. Um, so Hulk Hogan was a huge deal. That's a big, big loss, I think. Some people might say good riddance, but man, to think of a world without Hulk Hogan is weird. It's weird. It hit me hard. And again, I'm not the biggest Hogan fan. I never was. He's important and he was a huge part of my childhood. And, as I get into wrestling, the first pay per view I ever saw was WrestleMania 5. So it was Hogan versus Savage. Then I saw SummerSlam, and it was Hogan and Beefcake versus Savage and Zeus. Now, at the time, I thought Zeus was wrestler. I didn't know him as actor. Then No Holds Barred came out. Speaking of that, this meant so much to me growing up. So much to me, this movie. I had just gotten into wrestling pretty close to when this came out. So when I saw this and saw these two on the big screen, they used to do the match, the movie. That was insane to me. I was like, what is this? And I am addicted to it. You had them grabbing on the cage. You had Sherry up there. It was Beefcake had the big scissors. It was nuts. I fell in love with professional wrestling around that time. And I was hooked ever since. Couple years later, I can remember going to the store. LJNs, these things were out. They were gone. They were looking for new distribution. And I remember going to a store. I can remember the day. Okay. We went to a place called Child World. And we went down the aisle and saw some wrestling toys. I can tell you exactly. This was probably 90, maybe. Maybe 90. I'm trying to see if I can see a date on here. I don't know, probably 1990. I bought this. It's the one I had as a kid right here. He's got all his fingers. This guy. And my brother bought Ted DiBiase. And we bought them. And I remember going to like a Chinese restaurant afterwards with my parents and us sitting at the table, like playing with them. And I still have it. Now, between the cartoon that I watched as a kid, he was important. He was part of my world growing up. And he was everywhere, man. Everywhere. I still have this. This item here. I have this in the Ultimate Warrior. This was actually my brother's. So for Christmas, my uncle got my brother Hogan. He got me Warrior. And I don't know if this still works. Let me see if I can slow down. Hulkster rules, brother. So this was cool. Old school item there. And then one of the best things from my childhood, man. I can't tell you how big these damn things were to me as a kid. I used to have wrestling matches with these things every single week. I had Warrior, Macho, Hogan. Those were the three. I ended up getting DiBiase later down the road when I started collecting them, but if you guys grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know this. This thing's been through a lot of battles, man. So it's a tough one. Right now I'm watching this Survivor Series Greatest Challenge. Now, I got into wrestling at such an age where the memories is what's so magical. So growing up, my grandmother was big into wrestling. My uncle was into wrestling. My grandmother was into wrestling. I got into wrestling. My grandmother used to have one of those black boxes that you could get all the paid channels for free, the illegal boxes. My grandmother had one of those. So every month we would go, my brother and I would go over and watch a pay-per-view, or at the time it was like every quarter, right? There was 4 pay-per-views a year. And it would be like my dad would just usually drop us off because he didn't really want to watch it. It'd be like my grandmother, my grandfather, me, and my brother. And, when I see this here, and I know this is more than just Hogan, right? This is more than just Hogan. But it reminds me of those times with my grandparents that are no longer here, and how into wrestling my uncle was, how into wrestling my grandmother was. And sitting here watching that pay-per-view, I can remember that. Then we watched the Royal Rumble as well following this. It was just those memories that you have, with your family that no longer is here. And Hulk Hogan being a big part of that. And again, people seem to forget the amount of good he did for people. Selfless things. How many kids he inspired? How many kids he made smile? I mean, Jesus, if you follow that kid Ro knows on friggin' Instagram, it's a little kid who does Hulk Hogan impressions. That kid is crushed right now. Him and Hulk Hogan became friends. The kid's like 10 years old. And Hulk Hogan doesn't need to be friends with a 10-year-old kid because he impersonates him. Like, it's just, I met Hogan, okay? I met Hogan, and I'm going to tell you right now, sometimes people say, don't meet celebrities, don't meet your heroes because you might be disappointed. And I've been disappointed before. I have plenty of times. You know who sucked? Tiny Lister, aka Zeus. Met him, sucked. Wicked bad experience with me. To a point where I was refunded and I still got the autograph. That's how bad he was. And I think it was because he was trying to play Debo in character to people, and people were not sure if he was really pissed off or he was in gimmick. Nobody could tell. People were fucking complaining. It was an awkward conversations with people. It felt like he didn't want to be there. So again, I don't know anything about Tiny Lister. I know him as Zeus. That he was Zeus to me. He was a wrestler. Then I found out later, no, he was actor playing wrestler. I did not know that as a kid. But when you met him in real life, it was a real bad experience for me. There's been other celebrities that way. I had to meet Tom Savini twice because the first time was so terrible. And I said to myself, I want to meet him again and see if it was just a fluke. Right? Like that's why people say that. But I'm going to say this. For me, Hulk Hogan, and I will say this, out of all the conventions I've ever been to, there's never been anybody when you walk into a room that feels larger than life. Now, it's not because I have a Hogan infatuation. It's because this guy lived the gimmick. There's a guy walking around over 6 feet tall, tan, jacked, wearing bright colors. I mean, this guy didn't look like he belonged in this world. It looked literally, I've only met him in person one time. Him walking around a hotel at a convention, it didn't feel normal. It didn't. And I met him. Super nice, super pleasant. I wish I had it to show you. It's in the other room. I had him sign a WrestleMania 7 poster. And then right after him, I had Sergeant Slaughter sign it as well. And it's one of my prized possessions for real. And it's my favorite WrestleMania of all time. And again, if you have opinions on people, it's fine. I don't care. But at the same time, you shouldn't feel bad if you're sad that someone like that passed away. Everybody's going to put people in a different light. I mean, God, look at how much people have changed on Pee Wee Herman. I've always loved Pee Wee Herman. For a long time, it wasn't cool to like Pee Wee Herman. Pee Wee Herman was looked at as a very bad person for a long time. It was almost, you were almost embarrassed to say you were a fan of Pee Wee. And now look, everybody loved Pee Wee now. He passed away. They did the documentary. Everybody's like, oh my God, I feel so bad for him now. Well, what the fuck? Where was everybody all this time? All this time. I mean, again, I don't care what people think, but what I do care about is no matter who passes, to post that you're happy this person is dead, just don't post. It's not worth it. It's not even worth the energy to get that worked up about. Oh, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post that I'm upset. I wouldn't. That's just me. But anyway, while we're here, I threw some other things out here. I showcased this on another video like a couple months ago. I ended up getting this cool ass no holds barred rip figure. So this is kind of new. I got the Suburban Commando Mr. Nanny double pack. These two movies would be great upgrades. I think Suburban Commando and VSU would be freaking perfect. Got the Blu-ray of Santa with Muscles. Look at this one. Secret Agent Club. Hulk Hogan back together with Christopher Lloyd. Oh, no, he's not Christopher Lloyd. Oh no, this is the one. Sorry, this is the one with where he's a secret agent, but he plays like just a regular dad. And listen to the tagline here. You guys are gonna want to check this one out. True Lies meets Home Alone, Secret Agent Club. What? If that doesn't get you, True Lies meets Home Alone. Damn. And the last thing, I got this VHS of Three Ninjas. High Noon at Mega Mountain, brother. And being a huge fan of wrestling between Savage and Hogan, dude, I say brother all the time. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it's like in my regular vocabulary. Dude and brother are in my vocabulary all the time. And I think it really does have to do with people like Hogan and Warrior and Savage and all this other shit. But I'm happy WWE is saying we don't care what people say. We're going to respect his legacy, because if it wasn't for him, we may not be here now. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, wrestling may not exist. And for some of you people watching this, you've been like, oh shit, I wish it didn't exist. I freaking hate it. But for the fans out there, I mean, if it wasn't for him, it probably wouldn't be a thing right now. So again, I just wanted to come on here and just basically tell you where I stood on all that. It sucks. I was a bigger Warrior fan, but I feel like I'm taking this one a little bit harder. I don't know why. Maybe because Warrior came in and out of like the spotlight for so long that Hogan has always kind of been around. So that's what's kind of different for me. Like Warrior kind of went into hiding. Warrior got himself in a little trouble too. Warrior stopped playing the gimmick and kind of became just a regular guy. Hogan was always Hogan, right? Like when you watch that, it's crazy to me, right? Like this is how freaking wild wrestling is. Wrestling is like nothing you guys understand unless you are either a lifelong fan or you had worked in wrestling of some kind. Wrestling in reality is very weird. And especially back in the 80s. Now it's a little bit different because you have people that are like on Twitch playing video games and then they're wrestling on Monday night or whatever. It's different now. But back then, it was so protected that when you watch that trial with him, the Gawker trial, it's fucking mind-blowing. And I can remember people getting confused and upset, and is Hogan lying and all this shit. But as a wrestling fan, I kind of looked at it and said, I get what he's saying. I get what he's doing. He's stuck. He doesn't know if they're referring to him as the character or him as the person. And a lot of times, and especially with him, I don't know how much there was of that apart anymore. I think that he was kind of sucked into that world. So it's a wild, wild court case to watch because he's back and forth with like who they think he's referring to. Is it Terry Bollea? Is it Hulk Hogan? And people are looking at him on the stand like he's insane. But when I listen to him, I'm like, no, I get what he's saying here. like case in point, there was one, and tell if you guys remember this, where they were like, you know, it says here that, you know, you have a 10-inch penis or whatever. And he's like, no, I don't. And they're like, well, you said that you did. He's like, no, Hulk Hogan does. And they're like, yeah, that's what we're saying. He's like, not me. And like people are looking at him like he's batshit crazy, right? He's batshit crazy. And that was all over tabloids and headlines. Like, what's going on? Like, he's insane. He's lying. This, that. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I get what he's saying here. Not him. He has a gimmick. He has a character. That character is larger than life. That character can be anything it wants to be. That character is basically superhuman, whatever he wants. To him, to Hulk Hogan, it could be 20 inches long. Terry the person, maybe 6. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, like, that's how fucking wild and wacky wrestling is. And we are 3 likes away from getting a wrestling magazine thing at the end. And I'm running rampant right now. So let's move on from Hogan. But I wanted to put it out there because I hadn't had a chance to really vocalize this situation. Being a huge wrestling fan, I wanted to kind of talk about it. Because it's a tough one. And I wasn't even sure if I wanted to, because that's how crazy it's been online. With the back and forth. I do think that I've seen more positive, which is good, than negative. But again, it's hard, right? It's hard because, you know, things were said that weren't right. But at the same time, I've done shit I regret in my life. And I'm sure everybody else has said or done things. Times were different in certain places where you look back. I look back at situations and I think to myself, oh yeah, I couldn't have got away with that now. I wasn't mean. But, you know, things that maybe you did or said that weren't that big of a deal are now looked at as a bigger deal. Like, things are different. But if you see these other wrestlers of color, by the way, that have come out and said, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had a career. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have made all that money. If it wasn't. So it's hard, right? It's a hard thing because there was so many people impacted positively in this guy's life. But anyway, let's move on. He was an icon. Sure, he made mistakes just like everybody else has. But he was a very important piece to the 80s. And I think in history. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. He was another one where it's like, you just saw him. I just saw him. Like, he just did like an ad for his beer. And then a week and a half later, he's gone. And it's one of those things, too, where it's like, you know what? People are like, oh, he was only 71. That guy had 2 new knees. How many back surgeries did he have? I mean, he was fucked up. Wrestling messes with people. Not only that, there was drug use in his past. A lot of steroid use, and he probably was still doing something. That shit catches up with you. Look at all of his friends. They're all gone. I am shocked Flair is still here. Shocked Flair is still here. But all of his friends are gone, basically. Savage gone. Andre gone. Like, I mean, Andre's a little different story. Piper gone. Dusty gone. Mean Gene gone. You know, and these are just the guys around his age. I'm not even talking about some of the other guys. But when you watch some of these old events, Bulldog gone. You know, like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. Warrior gone. It's nuts. Is that Hogan right now on TV? Yeah, I see him. He's fighting the Undertaker. But this is a hard hit. I mean, again, Jason even said that. I mean, who knows? This guy could have battled CTE. He could have battled CTE. Of course he probably had. You know, of course he probably had. I mean, geez, the shit back then was different, man. It's different. They didn't give a shit. They used to call it a stinger, remember? Ah, hit me in the head with a chair. I don't know where the hell I am. Ah, it's a stinger. Get back in there. Okay. That was how things were back then. It wasn't like, oh, take some days off. These guys didn't get days off. They got beat the shit. Their bodies, their brains beat the shit. Razor Ramon gone. Like, I mean, it's crazy. What's my favorite Hogan match? You know, Hogan, and people are going to say, "Oh, you should have watched them in Japan." I've seen his Japan matches. Sure, they're a lot more technical. I'm trying to think as a whole. Like, to me, Hogan Warrior and Hogan Rock were big ones, right? I was never the biggest Rock fan, so like, I know a lot of people say Hogan Rock. It was an important match. It really was. It was unbelievable watching that live. I still remember where I was watching it and seeing that crowd turn. I was like, "Holy shit, this is insane." It was a moment in history for sure. But for me as a kid, that Hogan Warrior was everything to me. And you may look at that and be like, "Oh my god, two terrible wrestlers." The Hogan wasn't terrible, but like, you know what I'm saying? But that at that point of time in my life, that meant so much to me. So much to me. Um and you don't see that a lot now. Two of the biggest baby faces or good guys in the company with each with a title battling at the end of WrestleMania. That's still unheard of. That's still unheard of. Champion for champion, title for title. The two most popular guys in the WWF fighting for the title, and they both have championships. That was a huge deal. I don't think that's ever really been replicated to like that extent. And I wish it would be. I wish you would get the two most popular people in there together. You know, like I think that's important. It's not to bury one or two guys, but it's nice to see when an audience is split. I was split. I was Warrior. My neighbor was Hogan. You know, Warrior won. I was celebrating. Warrior Hogan lost. He was upset. Right? Like it was something special. I think to me that's still my favorite is WrestleMania 6. For sure. But as we move away from Hogan, we can talk a little bit about. I'm seeing your comments come through, guys. I'm sorry. I just have so much to talk about. The Mega Power storyline, Leon, was exactly when I got into wrestling. So that was huge for me as well. Um, you know, I was more into WCW pre Hogan. And I know post Hogan with NWO was like the prime time of WCW. I watched it, but I was more into WCW like in the early 90s. And I think it just had to do with my age. So I was a teenager when NWO came out. And then everybody started liking it. You had the Monday Night Wars, but I was always pro like WWF, DX. I was always pro DX. Um, so I watched it, but I mean that wasn't my favorite time of WCW. I was more watching WWF at that time, you know, and he was the third man. The third man. Um, but San Diego Comic-Con is going on right now. And that's another big news story, right? San Diego Comic-Con. Now, one of the biggest things when it comes to horror is Jason and the Jason universe, which we've talked about so many times on here before. The Jason universe. What the hell were they going to do with this? As of right now, it's felt very lackluster for me. The design looked like shit to me. The promotion of like we're doing X, Y, and Z, nothing that really intrigued me. But they showcased a couple things here at Comicon. Now I can pull up some stuff if you want, but they announced. Let me see if I can pull some stuff up here. Let's see. See if I can share screen. Okay. So let me pull me down. All right, so we got a couple news stories here. All right, couple news stories coming in about Jason. All right. So, Jason Universe is giving away limited batch of Spirit Halloween Jason masks at Comicon. Okay, so they showed the new mask in person, and they also showed that they're going to be doing replicas at Spirit Halloween. Okay, I hope they show. They don't. So let me try to find the mask. Let me try to find the mask. Okay. Let me try to find that mask. Come on. Okay. I don't want to watch it because I don't want to get copyright. All right. Can you guys see that? Oh, you can't see it. All right. Let me try to find this damn mask here. Sorry. Um. God, this is not happening. Anyway, forget it. Forget it. I'll just tell you what's going on. All right. So they showcased the mask. In my opinion, the mask looks like shit. The mask, to me, looks like, I said this to somebody and he laughed. It looks like the cartoon, like Mighty Ducks cartoon. Remember that cartoon, Mighty Ducks? Kind of reminds me of like the mask they wore. It's not good, but I saw pictures of the Spirit Halloween replica, and I feel like it looks better than the mask she showed. She's like, "This is the exact mask," and I was like, "Oh." But then people were showing the replica ones that they're going to be doing at Spirit, and I was like, "It's not terrible." I mean, there's a lot to it that I don't like. I don't like the eyes. I don't like the long chevron that looks like a unibrow. I don't like that. I don't like the design as a whole, but if we have no choice, we have no choice. But I actually do think that the replicas looked cooler than the actual mask she showed. Similar, but it looked a little more gritty. Staunch in the house, man. I opened your gift, dude. Thank you so much. A fast getaway poster, man. Thank you, my dude. I appreciate that. I don't have that. And rolled like that. Loved it. Thanks, my dude. Thanks for being here. But here's what else they announced. There's going to be another movie. There's going to be a new game. Now, he said something like there's going to be a sequel movie. Like, sequel to what? Like, to the original franchise? Is it going to be like Jason 11? Is it going to be a sequel to the Derek Mears? Is it going to be a sequel to the show? I think he said like there'll be a sequel. I don't know what that means. But they did a commercial for the Apple Orchard cider. And they showed it. And it was like a little trailer of like a short film, which I do think at the end of the day is going to be like an Apple Orchard basically promotion short. But it actually looked pretty good. I will say that. I will say that the trailer looked actually good. So I was pleasantly surprised that that trailer, what we got, actually looked pretty cool. Oh, Angry Orchard. Sorry, Horace. Angry Orchard, not Apple Orchard. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be an Angry Orchard commercial, like a long commercial, I feel like. But if they kind of use that similar style for the movie, I could see it kind of working. And it's going to be called Sweet Revenge. Yes, that's what they're calling the current trailer or short film. I can see it. I don't know, but I Angry Orchard Ale, correct. I can see that if it's 13 minutes long. I can see that happening. Um, yeah, it's like a cider hoss. But I will say that I thought the little trailer looked pretty good. So I will give them that. Now, let me ask you guys though. Do you would you like something new, like a new like restart of Jason, or would you like Friday the 3rd? I don't think they can use Friday. Would you like a part 11 or whatever? Or what I'm sure Jason versus Freddy isn't going to count, but like, would you like a sequel to the franchise and keep it going, or would you want to start over? Um, and as far as the masks, like I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy that freaking spirit mask. It's going to be cheap. If I end up liking the mask, you can probably get a nicer one custom done. But then a part of me was like, shit, should I just buy it if I have the opportunity to use it as content? Like, I'm at that point where it's like, it's cheap enough. Maybe I'll buy it just to showcase if I can get my hands on it early. I don't know. But I do think it looked better than what that lady was holding up. That's for sure. Oh, okay. If they're counting both of those, you would be 13, I guess, right? I didn't think about it that way. I don't know what you do. And Motionless is right. They probably are gonna maybe connect the series, but the series is already getting a little bit wonky because it's like they have a little kid to play Jason, but now they're got an adult that's gonna play old Jason. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the plan here. I really don't know the plan. I don't know if he's like having flashbacks. I don't know. I would rather have the kid. So I really don't know what the plan is with the show, to be honest with you. I'm interested and intrigued, but I really don't know what they're going to do with it. I'm kind of at a loss, to be honest with you. Um, yeah, Jason's not in hell anymore. But I wanted to bring up the Jason thing. We're going to get a new movie. We're going to get a new game. Great news. The mask you showcased looked like ass. The prop masks that you can get at Spirit Halloween, still not my favorite, but better than the one she was holding up. Two guys have been announced for adult Jason. I think they're throwing shit at a wall and see what sticks. I really do. I did think that the trailer for the Sweet Revenge looked promising if they can take that same concept and bring it to full-length movie. I think there's some promise there. Did I see the Hellraiser Reborn trailer? Is that the video game? I would love to get the video game. Unfortunately, I just don't have a PS5, so it's like I can't play it. But yeah, and they also showcased NECA showcased what the Savini Jason toy is going to look like. I'll probably get it. It's a random item, but being a huge fan of the game as I was, I kind of want it just because again, the game meant a lot to me. But yeah, I did see the Hellraiser Reborn trailer and I would love to play it. I just don't have access to it. I don't have the and I just don't see myself buying a new PlayStation. I just don't play it. That's why I don't have Killer Clowns because I didn't upgrade. So unfortunately, I might have to bite the bullet on that one and just watch everybody else play it. Unless it looks absolutely insane, then maybe I'll bite the bullet and buy the PS5. But I wanted to talk about the Jason thing because Jason means a lot to me as well. Hulk Hogan, Jason, Ozzy, these are all people growing up that were very important to me. So yeah, so I'm excited that we're getting Jason. I'm nervous about it. I still don't like the look. I think it still doesn't look right. I guess we have no choice though. So it's kind of like it is what it is at this point. I think they could have came up with a better design. It feels very thrown together to me. And I think what happens is they like act all excited about it and then tries to force everybody to be all excited about it. I don't see how anybody looks at that and is like, it looks great. I really don't. That one that lady held up, I'm thinking to myself, who approved that? That looks goofy as shit. They couldn't come up with a better design than that. Did they not want to hurt Greg's feelings? Is that why they said, "Oh yeah, it looks fine"? I'm like, they could have come up with anything. Anything. I don't know. I still don't think it's a cool design. I think it's people are going to pretend they like it because they have no choice. I really don't think anybody truly likes that design. I really don't. And if everybody's like, I love it, I think they're just trying to fit in or they're trying not to piss anybody off. I really do not think anybody likes that design. They could have done so much better, but we have no choice now. Dude, I talk about that, man. I need it. I need that VHS tape. But you know what, though? I will say this, Staunch. The Rad Army, the Rad Fam, whatever you want to call it, they usually come through. So that's why when I want something that I can't find, I usually announce it. Because my DMs will come and someone will be like, hey, I can get this or I have this. It's pretty freaking wild. So I want to make sure that people do know that I want that Me, Myself, and I Corey Haim VHS tape. Hit me up. Big Money Mark in the house, man. He says, Garrett, I had a real American beer and it's like pissing in the wind, having the piss touch your sweet lip. Wow. Mark. I've never had a great American beer, real American beer, brother. I've never had one. I hear they're selling out, though, all over the place. So if I see some, I might have to get it just for nostalgia purposes to have Hogan on the can. I don't know. So again, we're still chatting. Holy shit, we got a lot to do. NECA showed off things. They're doing some Terrifier Ultimates. You can get bloody versions, not bloody versions. I saw that. You can get Halloween Resurrection. Halloween H2O is coming. What up, Anthony? Thanks for being here, man. Chewy, I want to see it. I haven't watched the trailer, but it is something I'm looking forward to based on just images I've seen. I'll definitely try to check it out if I can. So another thing they showcased was the new Silent Night, Deadly Night. I thought the trailer looked awesome. I am stoked for this new Silent Night, Deadly Night. I think it looks fantastic. I don't know what you guys think. It seems very like the original, which is cool, like in just an updated version. But I thought the new Silent Night, Deadly Night movie looked really good, and I'm excited for it. And I don't say that a lot. And I will say I am excited for it. So that's another one. And the only other thing that we can talk about, guys, I guess we already hit the 100 likes. So that means I'm going to have to showcase some mags. So I'm going to be on here a little bit longer. But we can go through right now. Let's look at the Severin stuff. And I'm going to tell you if there's anything I'm going to get. So we can look at Severin and Arrow. So we'll do that. And then we will do the magazines. So if you guys want to hang around with me, we'll still be on here. So let's check out. What am I looking for here? Wow, MG. To be honest, I've actually never seen them on eBay. I've looked. I've never seen them on there, but that's crazy. Okay, let's find a share screen. Let's find Severin. All right. All right, put me in that corner. All right. Severin Summer Sale. I didn't watch anybody's shows, guys. I was away, so it's the first time I've seen this. All right, so is this the bundle? Summer Sale 25 bundle, $260. What are you getting? Oh, God. What's going on here? I don't want this picture. Give me another one. Just the discs, $260. What is this? Where's the image? No, okay, here we go. Baskin, cool movie. Have it from Scream Factory. Don't need the 4K. Kill List. Sisters. Is that like a remake of the De Palma movie? I wouldn't mind this shark set, Feeding Frenzy. Ooh, is I need Dead Sleep, actually, with Linda Blair, but I'm not gonna get this bundle. Hold on. 116 for the shark box? Jesus. I am a sucker for shark movies, but 116 for 3 movies? I don't know about that, dudes. I don't know about that, brothers. See, like, I would get this. Little Linda Blair action. It's a brave movie. That might be something I'll get. Basket. What? What is this? Farrat Vampire? What is this movie? The Genius of Czech New Wave. Does anybody know anything about Ferret Vampire? Interesting. Sisters. Let's find out. This is 3-disc, 4K, slipcover. Douglas Buck. Okay, so it's like a remake, right? A reimagining of De Palma classic Douglas Buck Family Portraits Trilogy America. When did this come out? Does anyone know what year this came out? Just get the reagent. I don't know about this Severin sale, guys. Seems pretty lackluster to me. Here's the thing. Wild Beast and House of the Desert Park, and even Boys Next Door, great. I have them all. I don't need the upgrades. I'm not going to upgrade these two. I've got them both on Severin Blu-ray. I'm not spending an extra $35 just to upgrade the 4K. No way. But I do love House of the Desert Park. You know what, guys? I might be good, man. I might be good on these. I don't know. Let me know, guys. What do you guys have? What have you guys bought? Fight the Good Fight. We were just talking about it. I have. It looks good. You guys are wild. I love shark movies. Did you guys buy stuff? I didn't. I don't know. I think I'm probably pretty good, to be honest with you. Maybe I'll get that Dead Sleep just because of Linda Blair. Sorry about that there. Whoops. Hit the wrong button, guys. All right. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy anything from Severin. I don't think. A lot of that stuff I can probably get cheaper if I just wait. I don't need any of it. I've got like I don't have any of those shark boxes or any those shark stuff. I have Dead Sleep DVD, but I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I don't need to buy any of that. Let's Arrow though. I do want to buy. So let me see what I can pull for Arrow. All right, let's look at the Arrow stuff. Now, with Arrow, remember on the Arrow stuff, guys, you can use my code RAD at checkout from on the Arrow site to get a little discount, but I don't think it works on pre-orders. So I apologize for that. But if you want to buy something that's not a pre-order, use code RAD and you get a little discount. I'm definitely buying Miss 45. I mean, that's 100%. I have the DVD. It looks like shit. I needs an upgrade. This is going to be what I'm going to get. I don't know anything about this Three Extremes, so I don't know anything about that. Trick or Treat Steelbook, I'm good. I have the other one. Actually, Arrow sent me the other one. I don't even know if I've even watched it yet. I think I did. So I don't think I'm gonna get the Steelbook. I mean, the thing just came out. They're doing that Scream Factory thing here. Spawn, I am definitely getting the 4K. Spawn, I only have on like a snapper case DVD. Spawn is gonna look cool in 4K, but it's gonna look wild in 4K. Those CGI scenes, it's got some of the worst CGI ever. Like when he's in hell, it looks like a computer game from like the 90s. It's insane. So to watch that in 4K is going to be just hilarious enough. I have to get it. And I was skeptical about this, but since B MAGA was such a nice guy, I may just get Mouth of Madness. I freaking love Is this a chunky box? It is. I love From the Mouth of Madness. I mean, I have the Blu-ray from Scream Factory, which I think is just fine, but B MAGA just gave me $50 and I might as well just get it. I love this movie, man. Really, really do. So as of right now, I'm thinking Spawn, Miss 45, and Month of Madness is definitely must. Now, I know in the UK they're doing a Return of the Living Dead. I'm going to pass probably on that. I mean, that's got to be the most re-released 4K in horror ever. It's got to be. I mean, that thing has been out so many times. And you know what? They announced Salem's Lot, but I'm getting a little nervous because they haven't said if it's a 4K. And somebody said something to me that when Cliff was on Christian's show, he had mentioned that there's a release coming out that people are going to be pissed about. And I hope to God it's not that. I love Salem's Lot. I would love a 4K with like both cuts of the movie on it for once. We've never had that. But I have a feeling it's going to be a Blu-ray, and if it is, I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. I've got the Cine Museum box set down there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I was only going to get it because of my love for the movie, and it was going to be a 4K. And if it's going to be just the same Blu-ray transfer that we have, there's no way I'm buying that again. I mean, yeah, I know Night of the Living Dead's been released a lot. I know that. But I'm saying the 4K of Return of the Living Dead, there's probably been like 5 in 2 years. Yes. Criterion did the Halloween Laserdisc, correct. MG says Three Extremes is great. Only thing I'll be picking up from them, it's the only thing they will be. They're putting a lot of crap. Really? I think that's a pretty strong month for them. I'm surprised. I thought it was a pretty strong month for them. Oh, $4.99 super chat from Antanas. What's up, man? How are your thoughts on new Friday the 13th movie finally? I'm excited. I don't like the look of Jason, but I have no choice. So if they do anything like the Sweet Revenge trailer, I think that there's promise there. That was actually a pretty entertaining trailer. So I'm excited. What's up, Brandon? Sorry, guys. I'm way behind in the chat. What's up, Red Phone? How are you guys? Guys, I have like almost 150 people in here. Definitely hit that like button because I'm going to be hanging around a little bit longer because you guys got me over 100 likes. There's Mel. What's up, kid? Yeah, I got that Cine Museum, kid. You know them. I got that Salem's Lot box set. I mean, if this isn't a 4K, I'm just going to keep that. Thank you, man. I'm sorry. Mel, I talked about you earlier. I don't know if you were in here. Double tipping doesn't work for me, brother. That's what he should say. He should say, "Death doesn't work for me, brother," and pull his creative control card. That's what he should do. You got me, brother. Then when he said that to the Undertaker tombstoned him on this pay-per-view right here, and he went, "Ah, oh, you got me, brother." Like to say he really hit his neck. Yeah, if you're gonna buy the Return of the Living Dead, it's gonna be the 4K because it's region locked. So that's my arrow. I'm gonna buy Spawn. I'm gonna buy Mouth of Madness now. Thank you, B Maga. And what up, Gabriella? What's up, Brandon? And I'm going to buy. What's the other one I said? Mouth of Madness, Spawn, and what else? What'd I say? Oh, Miss 45. 45. All right. It's Luke. What's up, Luke? All right. I think we are done here. Not done because how many likes do I have? How many likes? Spawn's actually pretty cool. Like the practical effects are good, like the makeup and shit. But the CGI is terrible. It's some of the worst. I know. I hope so too. I mean, it's got to be. I'm thinking it's a December release, so I would just hold. How many likes on that chat right now? We got the likes. We're over 100, right? $120. All right, perfect. If you haven't liked it yet, like it now. I'm gonna do we'll slam through some wrestling magazine stuff. And if people like that, stick around. If they don't, they can bail. I'm gonna do magazines. I'm gonna just do a showcase to show the covers. And if anybody's like, oh my God, nostalgia overload, like show me more, then maybe I'll do a different stream where I actually get into them. I'm just gonna show the covers to bring back a lot of memories. I am probably not gonna get the Dark Knight set. No, probably not. Hogan, no holds barred. All right. I'm just going to start grabbing them. They're not in any order, but these might be nostalgia overload for some of you peeps out there. I can't bend them. All right. It's actually going to be nostalgia overload for me. I haven't looked at these in many, many years. Okay, let's talk wrestling. I'm just going to show the covers and move because I have a lot of them here. All right. Red Phone says, I'm curious to know where you got that big media cabinet in the center of your room. I had it built. I had that built. I had an idea of what would work and what I wanted, and my father built it. Actually, I just told him what I wanted. We did some dimension work, and then he made it happen. He is a very, very handy dude. Better than anything I can do. All right, check this out. Texas Tornado with the IC title. Does this bring back memories for you guys? How sick is that? Man, these magazines were so killer. I got the Brett with the IC. Brett! Oh, here's Hogan. Look at that. How sick are these, dude? Ooh. Got the Sunny. She was like my favorite back in the day. Huge crush on Sunny as a teenager. Oh, the Lex Express. Look at Luger, dude. Ripped. He's the man. Got Kane. Welcome to hell. This one doesn't even have a cover. This one's got no cover. What the heck happened here? When I was growing up in my teen years, I did rip apart a lot of these magazines, and I put a lot of pictures on my walls and shit like that. So, what happened? Oh, sad what happened. Yeah, it's sad. A lot of these guys, man. This is just like kind of a year in review. Here's another WrestleMania 5 mag. Here's another Brett. Thanks, Magic. You guys made this happen, dude. You guys made this happen with the. You got me the likes. There was Super Chat City going on in here. I said, all right, I'll showcase my magazines if you guys get me in. Thank you guys. Ho, little hacksaw. Look at that. Man, these magazines are just so freaking badass, dude. I'm gonna be doing a show soon, Luke, where you're gonna hear me talk about Last American Virgin. Now, these are really old. Look at that. Superstars. These are old ones. Superstars 3. This is like before the mags. The Riff magazine came out. Look at that. Superstars 4. Look at like. Look at that. All right. Let's see what else I got. Look at that Warrior when he came back in Mania 12. Sick. Another Warrior. And the covers of these, if you guys are like me, like it brings back so much freaking nostalgia, man. Going to I used to have a drugstore. I subscribed for a little bit, but not for a long time. I used to have a drugstore called Douglas Drug. I used to go and pick this up every month, man. It was just amazing. Hogan and Warrior. Oh man, I loved this one. Look at that. How sick. I mean, if that's not like a product of your childhood, I don't know what to tell you. This image right here like tells you everything. Like that's why I'm the way I am. These two freaking lunatics right here. Yeah, these are childhood mags, man. And here's a funny story about the magazines. So I'm going to tell you the magazine story. I purchased a lot as a kid. I then traded my magazines to my uncle for like some CDs and shit when I was like a teenager because I was like, I don't need these. And then he had his own collection, so he kind of combined the two. Then he came to me like, I don't know, 5 years ago and basically was like, they're in good shape, yeah. And basically was like, hey, dude, I'm going to put my magazines on eBay. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like the magazines I gave you? He's like, well, yours and mine. I said, no, I want those back. He's like, no, you traded me. I'm like, dude, I was like 15 or 14 years old and you gave me some Metallica CDs. Like, I didn't know. So I ended up buying them back from him. So I ended up paying for my own freaking magazines and his. So I ended up buying these all back. But yeah, they're old. They're the old ones. I did have a lot more, but like I said, a lot of them ended up becoming like posters on my wall. Like I made collages on my wall with a lot of these magazines. So these are the ones that didn't get touched. Look at this, though. How sick. So many Warriors. I can feel it, dude. Then these are some newer ones, though. Look at you got Taker, so you can tell by the logo. Oh God, I hated this guy, Mr. Kennedy. I was not a big fan of Mr. Kennedy. I thought Mr. Kennedy was super overrated. Mattitude, Matt Hardy. How about you guys in the chat? You guys are killing it, guys. I have still, it's like almost, it's 1 o'clock here. I have like 125 people in here. You guys have some ratitude. That's what you guys have for hanging out with me. Freddie Blassie, boom. Oh, love the Rockers, man. Loved the Rockers. They were like my favorite. I did get the mags back. Look at this, the Steiners. Sick. Mr. Perfect. You got the Hulkster, brother. You got me, brother. Oh, it's got a poster of Hogan. Look at this. Sick. Look at that, dude. How sick is that? Hulkamania's running wild on you, brother. Look at this one. Look at that. Money. Sweet. Sweet. All right, let's get the Hogan back in there. What's my favorite wrestling game? Of all time? I mean, I was a big SmackDown guy, but I was also a big WrestleFest guy. I mean, maybe WrestleMania 2000, maybe. What up, Will? What up, Brandon? I think I get the Brett. This is one of my favorite Bretts. I can remember getting this in like 3rd grade. Look at that with like the water behind him or whatever. That's sick. How 80s does this look? Love this cover. Agreed. Normalize loud colors, man. You got Hogan and Jimmy Hart. You got Boss Man. Uh-oh. Who we got on this one? Woo! The Nature Boy. And you got Ray Ray. Oh, baby. Who we got? Look at this. Holla if you hear me. Big Steiner getting the cover of the mag. I got this one. Says 20 most powerful people. This one's interesting. I ended up getting this one because this was the last ever WWF magazine. This is the last ever physical WWF magazine with the shield on it. Pro Wrestling for NES was killer. That was like, so when I got my NES, I got Mario, Duck Hunt, Pro Wrestling, and Excite Bike. Those were the 4. I got those 4 games on day one. So my memories of pro wrestling were like embedded in my brain. Loved it. Brock. Look at that. Austin Rock. Oh, here we go. The Hardy Boys. Stephanie McMahon. This is just like another Mania one or something. Uh-oh, this is a Rock, and it says Tori Wilson poster inside. Does anybody want to see a Tori Wilson poster? Let's see if it's still in here. Does anybody want to see a Tori Wilson poster? Let's see. Oh, I'm going to break it. I'm going to probably wreck it. He's like, I do. Tori Wilson poster. There you go. Look. Look at his Tori. The Brock mag said Keebler poster. It did. Hold up. You guys see better than I do. It does say Stacy Keebler. You guys don't miss a beat. Hold on. I said we weren't going to look inside these unless you wanted me to on another show. All right. It's just legs, dude. I don't know what to tell you. Look at it's just legs, man. I feel like if I try to pull this out, it's gonna wreck. It's just legs. If I have an Elizabeth one, I'll let you know, but I'll see. Can you dig it, sucker? Jericho. Uh-oh, what's this one? Here's a Trish. Oh, it's just the top. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Trish. You got a Trish poster in this one? Oh, man, I got so many freaking magazines. I got to hustle. Undertaker. This has a poster in it. What's this poster? That's a Taker poster. Look at this. Attitude, baby. Billy Gunn. Macho. Oh, this is another classic cover right here. Look at that one. This is another classic poster. This is sad. It's got Austin with like Owen's head on the wall. Didn't age well, did it? This was a classic one. I love this one. This has got Flair. Look how cool that one is. This is when he came to the WWF. That's a freaking amazing cover right there. Then you got some programs with Beefer. Look at this, the Bushwhackers. How do I store my magazines? They're just in a box, actually. Like, I just have a box that they're in. Look at that. The Rockers. Got Trip. Jake. I still got a lot more in here, damn it. Ugh. Okay. Look at this, dude. Who remembers Shango? Papa Shango. I just don't have room for any racks, guys. I don't have any more room for that. That's the problem. I don't want to be too cluttered. Big Boss Man. Hillbilly Jim. It's just the program. Oh, this is cool. Beefcake. Look at that tan, baby. He's all oiled. Anybody remember? You're going down. Ahmed. Look at this one. Gold Dust and Foley. Sick. Then you got Taker. There you go. There's the Hogan versus Rock right there. RVD. I know I have a counter, but it's for food. Look at that. She's burning a picture of Vince. How weird is that? All right, you got Brock and Trish. Goldberg. Lita. Hurricane. Kane. A couple Edge ones coming up. Wild, I have these still. Another best of is a Cena. Batista. Rob Van Dam does look like Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jeff Hardy. Of course I'm going to watch SummerSlam. This is cool. I must have kept this. This is a 2002 Providence Raw sheet. And it says, there is a tremendous amount of friction between NWO members, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall. Stone Cold Steve Austin and the NWO will be making some comments tonight concerning the Viatal situation. Amongst the matches on tonight's card, speaking of Stone Cold the Rattlesnake, we'll go one-on-one with Mr. Perfect. Wow. Tag team champs Billy and Chuck defend against the Hardy Boys. There'll be a triple threat match to determine the number one contender. Rob Van Dam, Lance Storm, and Big Show. Jazz defends the women's Wrestling Federation Championship against Mighty Molly. Sick. It's pretty cool. Does anybody remember when Duggan was King Duggan? This is cool too. Mania 14, Michaels, Austin with Tyson. Sweet. Ugh. Sid and Michaels and NWO. Hardy and Lita. Holy crap, I have a lot of these. Who remembers Zach Gowen? Remember that one leg? Any China X-Pac? Maybe. Let me see. Yeah, Macho. Night 90, Macho did take it from Duggan. Rock and Brock. Great match. Rock and Brock was a great match. Great SummerSlam. Kane. Kane got a lot of covers, man. You got young little Brock. You got Rock. Taker. Look at the back of this one. Sick. There you go, Mel. All right. Coming towards the end now. A couple more. Stacked. Brother, I love you. This is a cool one. Michaels. Look at that. This is a WrestleMania 7 one. Love WrestleMania 7. This was one of my favorite covers. So this was in WrestleMania 6 cover. So it's got Hogan. And then if you fold it, it's got Warrior on the other side. So I always thought that was cool. It's cool. Man, these things bring back so much nostalgia. Another great cover of Hogan. You got Brett. Oh, here we go. I don't know if there's any posters. Elizabeth. Look at that, huh? Got a little Liz. And you got, speaking of King Duggan, there he is, Macho King. And then you got Beefcake. Heart Foundation. This is a great cover, man. Great cover. Look at that. That's money. Look at this. LOD. Man, wrestling was so different back then. Larger than life. Look at this. Demolition. Another great Hogan image. Look at that. How much? That's sick. That's like a freaking poster on a wall right there. Love that. You got Trip. You got Jericho when he cut his hair. All right, I think I got like one more stack. I think. You got Triple H. This is an interesting one. Kings of the Ring. It's Taker, Cena, and Lashley. Austin. Good HBK. This is an oldie. Slaughter. Macho and Liz. I can't believe I still have these. Diesel. Jake the Snake. Oh, here's Sable and Wildman. Little Piper's Pit. Here's an oldie Hogan. Oh my God, Bushwhackers used to. How did I get all these? It's my uncle and mine my collections growing up, and then I just bought them off of them. Hogan. I know. I guess. Now that I'm showing them, I'm like, this is a pretty cool collection here. Like, this is pretty rare and valuable because these are like time capsules now. DiBiase. Look at this one. It's old. Look. All right. I do remember Slaughter on the Mario Brothers shows. Who's related to the Miz? Me? People have told me I look like the Miz. Oh God, I don't even know how many Hogan ripped off. You got Cyndi Lauper. Look at that. That's nice with Vince. You got another Slaughter. And then this is my last stack right here. This is it. Look at this, though. Look who's on the front. Thank you. Mr. T, baby. How sick. My uncle did get me into horror movies and wrestling, yes. Look at that. This was one of my favorite covers of all time, this one. Loved it. Look at this Rockers cover. This was fucking awesome. I must have read this like 1,000 times as a kid. I just love that artwork right there. So cool. Oh, I remember Mr. T cereal. Look at that. Brian Pillman. He was like one of my favorite wrestlers growing up. Flying Brian. Austin Michaels. Almost done here, guys. British Bulldog. I've got a lot to clean up tomorrow. Here's another Cyndi Lauper. I got the Mourinho. Little Davy boy. Ooh, Ricky the Dragon. Nice. You get another Hogan. Got the Warrior. These are different ones. It's like Superstars. I don't even remember these, to be honest with you. Taker. Andre. Here's another one with Diesel and Michaels. The dudes with attitudes. You got Taker. I thought I had some Raw magazines with like, remember those Raw ones? We'd have like Sunny and like lingerie. I thought I had some of those. I used to. Mania. Here's a Mania 10. Oh, wow, here's some doubles. I already showed this one, so I have doubles of this. Well, I got a bunch of doubles. I've already shown all these. Oh, no, I don't. Maybe this is just another pile I had. Yeah, guys, I think that's it. I thought I had... Guess I don't have any Raw magazines unless they're in a different box. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much I think my Raw magazines are in a different box. So I have another whole box, I think, of Raw and SmackDown magazines or Raw magazines or something. I swear I knew I had like the Sunny one and stuff. So they must be in a different box. But yeah, talk about a relic in time with all these magazines, guys. Thank you for getting me to do this. And like I said, if anybody was like, oh man, I would love to see some more of those 80s ones inside. I mean, there's all the different shirt stuff and so much stuff I could show. But it brings back so many memories, man. And again, it sucks when you start seeing all these people pass away, all these people you looked up to, all these people you idolized as a kid is just passing away. It just makes you feel super old and time is just flying by. But guys, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I mean, I have it. I might as well show it. Sometimes it's good because it's sometimes I can do things that other people just can't do. Like other people might not have collections like this. So it's nice that I can do this because you're not going to get this everywhere else. There's a lot of times where a lot of the content will kind of bleed over if it's like hot news or something like that. But guys, we've been talking 2 hours. And I want to thank you guys for being here with me for 2 hours. And we got a lot done tonight, guys. We got a lot done. We talked memories, we talked news. Thank you guys for the super chat. Thank you guys for the likes. If you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe. I got a bunch of stuff coming. I've got a suburban horror movie list that's done. I just need to put it out. I've got a Holy Grail item video coming. New Anchor Bay Archives podcast episode is going to be worked on. We've got next month is the Physical Media Hall of Fame is next month. I got Daniel from Cobweb's channel coming back to do some teen comedy stuff. Trying to think what else. Oh, here's a big one. So I think Thursday night, myself and Deadpit are going to do a live auction. We might even have Slippy on it. So if anybody's looking to like purchase things, it's almost like if you want to, I guess Whatnot does this, where basically we'll just show items, say here's the lowest price, and then people will just bid, and whoever wins, we'll send them the item. I mean, I have posters, physical media. I haven't got everything out yet, but I mean, I have physical media and posters. I at least know that much. So if you guys are interested in that, I think we're going to do that on both channels on Thursday night. So you'll probably see some more promotion for that as well. So definitely come check that out. Bret Hart guy, what's up, man? If you just got in, man, I just showcased my whole WWF magazine collection. You might want to rewind it. But guys, thank you again. This is Garrett at Born to Be Rad. And like always, stay rad.